Hello, my name is Scotty Rainwater, and I am the Assistant Director of Fraternity and Sorority Life at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Thank you for joining me for the 2019 UAB Fraternity and Sorority Life Awards announcement. Each year, our chapters are required to submit information for our accreditation and awards process known as Pillars of Excellence. Fraternity and Sorority Life at UAB had 4 pillars in 2019: community, service and philanthropy, scholarship, and leadership. Items required in these areas are compiled to create a cumulative score, which is used to determine the top chapter for each council, which we call Chapter of Excellence. First, we will recognize the chapters that achieved above the minimum standards in each of our area's 4 pillars of excellence, as well as overall. Chapters that achieved bronze, silver, and gold standards will be listed. Here are the chapters that achieved bronze, silver, and gold in the community section. This area of pillars requires chapters to host bonding activities for their members, host collaborative events with other chapters, and host events with key stakeholders such as alumni and families. Congratulations to the chapters who excelled in this area. Here are the chapters that achieved bronze, silver, and gold in the service and philanthropy section. This area of pillars requires chapters to report the number of community service hours performed by their members, as well as service and philanthropic efforts by the chapter. Congratulations to the chapters who excelled in this area. Here are the chapters that achieved bronze, silver, and gold in the scholarship section. This area of pillars requires chapters to achieve certain cumulative GPAs and facilitate programming that promotes excellent academic performance. Congratulations to these chapters. Here are the chapters that achieve bronze, silver, and gold in the leadership section. This area requires chapters to report the leadership roles members hold in other organizations and for members to participate in leadership development opportunities offered by UAB. Congratulations to these chapters. Here are the overall rankings based on performance in all areas of pillars. Congratulations to these chapters. Now we will recognize the chapters that achieved Chapter of Excellence for their council. The following chapters earned the most points in the 2019 Pillars of Excellence submissions. The Interfraternity Council Chapter of Excellence logged 918 hours of community service, which is an average of 14 hours per member. They also raised money for the USO and Relay for Life. They hold brotherhood activities and mixers with other chapters, and their members are involved in organizations and activities outside of the fraternity. Congratulations to the men of Phi Gamma Delta for being recognized as the IFC Chapter of Excellence. The Multicultural Greek Council Chapter of Excellence earned an impressive 796 hours of community service, which is an average of 30 hours per member. They promoted scholarship with member education programs for study abroad and study skills. They held sisterhood retreats and did activities to promote love and encouragement. They also held mixers with chapters outside of their own council. The women in this chapter are also very involved on campus. Congratulations to the women of Sigma Sigma Rho for receiving the MGC Chapter of Excellence Award. The NPHC Chapter of Excellence promoted community by hosting sisterhood events for their members and mixers with other NPHC chapters. They logged 145 hours of community service, which is an average of 24 hours per member. They hold their members to high academic standards and offer study sessions for their members. They are also leaders on campus and within NPHC. Congratulations to the women of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated for receiving the NPHC Chapter of Excellence Award. The Pan-Hellenic Council Chapter of Excellence was an incredibly close one. The chapter being recognized hosted sisterhood activities at the McWane Center and Breakout Birmingham. They also participated in mixers with other chapters. They accumulated 549 hours of community service and volunteered with AIDB for multiple events. Their members hold leadership positions in and out of fraternity and sorority life while achieving academic excellence. Congratulations to the members of Delta Gamma for being recognized as the Pan-Hellenic Chapter of Excellence. I would like to thank the chapters and individuals who took the time to submit information for Pillars of Excellence. Our community does a lot of exceptional work, and it is important that we recognize those efforts. Thank you again for joining me, and I hope you have a good end of the semester.